Hello and welcome back to another review. Today we are reviewing 86 movie accurate RC. Now, I like to start my videos off with lots of enthusiasm, but I will be completely honest, this figure I think misses a lot of marks for me. Now, paint-wise, she is very accurate to her 86 version, except one of my biggest problems is if we get a close-up of that face, what was happening there, Hasbro? I mean, I feel like I could have painted this. Like, is there just no detail in arcee's face? Like, I remember her at least looking like a person in that, but she looks like a little kid has just slapped some paint on her face and has just said, "Yup, that's arcee, all right." But anyways, face aside, I guess, the model itself has so much back kibble, so much, and it's not detachable or anything, and I preach about how my biggest reason to even buy these new figures is the no parts forming. But I mean, come on, arcee was so sleek, and was just so nice to, well, she was just a really sleek character in the original film, which obviously doesn't match up well with their vehicle mode because it was quite large and thick like this. But it's just a shame how they've had to do it. But anyways, on to posability. So we have head swivel, can do a full 360. She can look down that far, or due to transformation, you can have her look all the way down like that. So, oh, and there's her chest coming up. There you go. She can look side to side. Well, yeah, you already got to see that. She can look up very far. Like, you want her doing some, like, Adam Warlock type, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy sort of flight. You can have her doing that, I guess. But, yeah, she can look up extremely far. I gotta say, even just showing you guys the figure now, RC needs a remodel for their 86 line, but, you know. Arms, she can do about 180, I guess, because of the back kibble, maybe just like a little bit over. Can't really move back at all. She can move out, not even to a really good T-pose, move out just under 180, no, not 180, 90. Has the elbow swivel, cannot elbow swivel back at all. It cannot move back. That is, as far as it moves back, moves forward quite a lot. So very sharp elbow bend, which is nice. The wrist does not rotate at all, but this joint up here does, so that's sort of your swivel. Her hand as well, I would like to mention, they've had to do some modeling here so she can actually hold her gun, which we will get to after I'm done with articulation. Here at the leg, can't move back, like at the thigh there, can't move back any further than that. Can move forward, not quite 90 degrees, but can move forward a decent bit. Bend at the knee, very sharp bend at the knee again. Can't really bend forward at all. The foot here, bend downwards about 90 degrees, bend upwards just under 90 degrees. But yeah, then you've got thigh swivel, full 360, and her legs can splay out to about there. And she does have very sharp ankle pivot, actually. Hold up, look at this. She goes from having flat foot to over a 90 degree bend. So, you know what, fair enough, RC. But anyways, onto accessories. We get this actually quite nicely modeled gun. Oh, there you go, dropped it. And it is double jointed like that. So I guess it's actually been a while since I've used this figure, so I don't remember exactly where you're supposed to put it. Do you attach it to a leg there. Oh, you can. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. She can attach it to her leg there, so she can have it holstered on her hip. But like I was saying before, the hands there have that weird sort of modeling, so that way she can hold the gun. There she is. And due to like a lot of her posability, she can sort of use both hands holding the gun, which she does in the film. When she's firing at the Decepticons, trying to, you know, get them away, she's firing with both hands. And so that's kind of nice. Again, I just can't with the face, but anyways. Really nice gun though. I actually will say this is probably one of the nicer modeled guns, especially like coming from the 86 movie. And I know it's kind of hard for them to do a few people's guns just because they are all pretty simple in the movie, but they put a lot of detail into arcees, and I like that. So, props to them on that. Anyways, now, I think that's all for this. We'll get on to her transformation, which will hopefully be a bit better. Okay, and here we have arcee in her vehicle mode. Now, the transformation for her, it is straightforward, however, it can take a lot of getting used to. It is like, look at all this. It's a lot of just making sure everything fits. And it can be very difficult to get used to. And these hinges here, now I probably just haven't done it to the best that I could have, but they sometimes struggle to stay clicked in. So, yeah. Anyways, onto the actual model itself. It looks pretty good. This is how arcee looked in the show and in the film. So, I will say this one looks good. I'll give it to her. It would have been really nice if maybe we got some sort of accessory where, like, even here where these tires are like those holes, if like, you know, they could have the spikes come out where she's driving away from the Junkians and spins them. But anyways, would have just, you know, made this figure a little bit nicer. I don't remember how much I paid for her, so that is a bit of a problem. But she's a very old figure now, so I'm hoping that maybe she does get a bit of a retool. That would be nice. Overall though, good paint job. Looks like the 86 movie. And now, when transforming this arcee, it's very important to try to make sure you get it as compact as it can be, because if you do get it as compact as it can be, she can roll. But if you don't quite get it compact enough, then her legs will just scrape along the ground. So that's just one of the downsides. She does actually have a nicely detailed, what do you call that, dashboard in there, so that's nice. And overall though, the vehicle mode looks quite nice. I have to give it to them. It looks good. And now for the gun, I'm not 100% sure where it can sort of sit. Nothing, it can't really sit in that back bit at all. Unless if you just, I'm actually not sure here, to be honest. I probably should have searched up where this thing goes. I guess you can put it there, but like, she'll just scratch along the ground from that. Oh, there you go. Okay, yep, I remember now. So, with the handle bit, with this handle, there's a little hole in there. You just shove that in there. There you are. Oh, see if you can conceal her gun. No way to have her gun out on her, I don't think, but that's alright. She never really brought out a gun in her vehicle mode, but then again, neither did many of the other characters, but I don't know. It's alright. I appreciate it, I guess. So put her there, put her gun away, and I don't really think I've got too much else to talk on. I will say, I do like how sleek and how shiny it is. You can see it's a very shiny paint, which again is very much like the 86 movie, so appreciated. I will give it, I'll give this figure props where it deserves it. But yeah, we'll head back to robot mode now for my final thoughts. Okay, and for my final thoughts on the 86 movie accurate RC, I'll say, paint job wise, great. She looks paint like this bubblegum pink they've chosen looks exactly the same as it does in the cartoon, and the like pretty much pure white as well looks great. Just maybe a little bit more detail on the face, like that would be nice, I gotta say. And if, like, I get that it is really hard, but if we can reduce the back kibble, that would be amazing. Best RC figure ever if that is capable. But she is okay. I will say, if you manage to find one of these in the current day, I would be shocked. I'm sure you could probably find one on maybe Facebook Marketplace or eBay, some third-party, selling site for a decent price, maybe. But I'd also say, with them sort of re-releasing some 86 figures, with Jazz being one of the first re-releases, or one of the main re-releases, I'd probably say either just wait for this one to be re-released or wait for her to get a new model, because I'd probably say this one isn't worth working too hard to go out of your way to get. And I would be lying if I told you that I take her out and transform her every now and then, because she's very gimmicky with the transforming. But overall, not the worst figure, but also definitely not my favorite. And I think I'm gonna have to leave that there. I've been your host, Slide, and I'll see ya in the next one.